Hi everyone, my name is Jacques Mancq. I am the CEO of Broadpeak, and today we're going to talk about satellite. We've heard a lot about satellite going down in the sense that more and more people are going to OTT, but I have a strong conviction that satellite is back. So I'll try to demonstrate this, and I'm going to talk about how you can deliver live HTTP TV via satellite, which is basically delivering live OTT via satellite. So before I start, I'd like to quickly talk about Broadpeak, who we are. So Broadpeak is a global leader in video delivery technology and services. Anybody who is willing to deliver live or on-demand or catch-up TV to any screen can use our technology or our services, basically. We have over 50 different service providers, some of the largest telecom operators, cable companies, satellite operators, all content providers are using our technology today. So we are based in France. Our main office is in France. It's a city called Rennes. It's like the Denver of France. It's the home of companies like Harmonic or Technicolor or Atem, maybe you know. Some of you know these names. The only difference with Denver is that we have a weather that is more like Oregon. And so we don't have the 300 days of sunny days, and we also are not, we're very flat, so we're not a 1 mile high city. So except that, it's exactly the same. It really looks the same. So we also present in Singapore, we present in New York and Denver, the other Rennes, and in Sao Paulo. So enough for this, let's go to our subject now. So I don't know what you think about it, but satellite went through some very bad days at the beginning of the year. If you listen to what Sky said that SkyQ would become available without any satellite, full OTT, totally broadband. And 1 month later, the CEO of Dish, Mr. Charlie Ergen, said that while Sling TV was like a complementary offer, he said that it could be pretty soon a total replacement for satellite and cable, which is kind of worrying for people like SES or people like Eutelsat who sell capacity to these people, you know. And you can look at the stock market. What is the impact of those quotes? It was not very nice. Actually, it was very ugly when you look at the stock for these days. So can we consider that it is dead? That's really the question that we're trying to address here. So, of course, you know, more and more people are going away from satellite because they see that OTT is growing. OTT is very strong. Everybody uses it. Last Friday, the Netflix CEO announced that they just passed the 100 million subscribers mark. So it is a huge achievement. I don't know if anybody here is using any OTT application. Like, if you have an OTT application on your smartphone, can you raise your hand? I have one. Okay. So in my case, I have 3. I'm using my mobile subscription from Bouygues Telecom, so I have access to a full lineup of TV channels. Because my fixed line is from Orange, I have also the Orange app, and I have Netflix that I use also. So I don't use any satellite. I don't think I need it today. So why is it growing so fast? OTT is probably because the content is compelling. It's also because you can use anytime, anywhere, on any type of device. And it's also because probably for anything that is about catch-up and not really live, using an app is very convenient, okay? So that's why we see it growing very fast. What you can wonder, you know, is this OTT wave, is it going to really kill the satellite pay TV as we know it? What is preventing this OTT to totally replace it, like you know what we heard from Sky or from Dish? Well, I strongly believe that it's not going to be the case, at least for some applications. For VOD, I mean, OTT is perfect. For catch-up, we talked about it, it's perfect. But for live, I'm saying for live, there are a couple of shortcomings for live television that OTT has a hard time to address. One of them is scalability. It's very hard to scale over OTT. We've all experienced this, you know. A live OTT usually works when nobody's watching, and as soon as everybody wants to watch, then it breaks. So that's what we see. So scalability is one issue. The other issue, and you're going to hear a lot about it during the show, is latency. There is usually a 30-second latency, and it can impact your user experience if you really want to know what's going on right now. So let's look at it in detail. So first of all, the scalability issue. Here we got some data that you can see about the Olympics and what is the traffic over the internet for live OTT content. And the Olympics is very nice because this is a time where everybody is trying to watch at least his team, so one team. So if you consider 2012 and 2016, you can see a 7-fold growth of that traffic over the internet. And that's something that is not sustainable for the network from telecom operators or cable operators. So that's probably why you see some glitches, you know, when you're trying to see some very important news or when you have a very important event. And this is due to the fact that OTT is all about unicast, meaning that if you have millions of people watching, it's all going to be million sessions, you know, across the network. So scalability is a big issue. And as you know, satellite has no scalability issue at all. You know, they send it once, and everybody can watch. Same as multicast IPTV or cable broadcast, for instance. So scalability is one issue. Second issue is latency. Latency, we have measured this. I mean, everybody knows it. There is at least 30-second latency between the reference broadcast that you get from satellite pay TV or you get from cable broadcast or from an IPTV. There is 30 seconds. And 30 seconds, if you're watching sport, it can make a big difference, you know. So on your TV, you will see the result, and everybody is still in the starting blocks, you know, on your iPad. So, and we all know that you get the Twitter feeds with the result, and it's a mess because you're getting the result before you get the picture. So you get excited about an action in the soccer or football, and you get right away the message that it's not going to happen. So it's killing the experience. And actually, yesterday, I saw something very interesting because some of our team comes from France to the show, and yesterday was the election result for the first round. So we all got excited, and we decided to go for a brunch at 10:30. Saying, you know, like, well, let's take brunch at 10:30, and then we will watch the first pictures, and we'll know what's going on and who is winning the first round. And I have two colleagues with me. One is Arnaud, and Arnaud he wanted to watch it, you know, at 11 on the iPad. So he started the countdown. It was like 10, 9, 8. And Matthias was watching on Facebook, and he said, "Oh, it's Macron. Macron is first, you know, and Marine Le Pen is second." So it totally kills the experience. You know, he didn't want to watch it anymore. So that's an interesting one. You know, so you get everything right away. You don't want to wait for 30 seconds in that case. So again, you know, if you can get something right away, of course, for that content, for that sport, for that news, it's much more compelling to get it right away. So that was a good one. There is one way to deal with these two issues of scalability and latency. This is a technology called Multicast ABR. Multicast ABR is a technology that allows you to take HTTP traffic that you need for OTT and send it over a managed network, okay? And you send it over a managed network to a CPE in the home. That CPE can be a cable modem, it can be a satellite set-top box, it can be a DSL access point, Wi-Fi access point. And in that access point, you reverse the process so that you can do scalable OTT or scalable live HTTP to any type of device. And this is something that is available only for cable managed network, telco managed networks, and also satellite managed networks. And it's very easy for cable and telco because they have an access to every home using broadband, so for them it's not that complicated. For satellite, it's a little bit more complicated, because on one end, you got a L-band cable, and you need to connect that L-band cable to an iPad, you know, that is taking a Wi-Fi access point, or a Wi-Fi signal, basically. So how do you do that? So we have worked with different partners. We have worked with Neocean. Neocean, they build a box that is called an OTT satellite gateway, and it can take satellite in and IP out. And that IP can go to the Wi-Fi access point, and you can get access to the signal from your iPad. We have worked also with some of the leaders for set-top boxes, for satellite set-top boxes. We worked with people like Tricolor, Sagem, Amino, but also some middleware vendors who actually can take that live satellite signal, extract the IP from it, and make it available through a Wi-Fi access point. And this operation is pretty simple, but what is more complex is that you need to be able to take the multicast and convert it into unicast. So that's where actually Broadpeak plays, because we provide a software that can actually take that multicast signal and make it unicast again, convert it. So that way, from satellite, we can deliver 200 channels only once, to every home. And in every home, you can access the content from your iPad or from even from an Android device. So, if you drill down into the architecture, so starting from the left, we get content that are coming as a form of HTTP chunks from an origin server or from Akamai or whoever. And in the head end, we put a server that will convert that HTTP traffic into multicast. Then we send it to the bird. And on the downlink, we can get it either on one of that OTT satellite gateway from the ocean, or on a satellite set-top box. And then we extract the IP traffic and make it available to iPads, Android devices, Android set-top boxes. So with this technology, we are able to deliver live OTT with scalability, because we send content only once, and low latency, because it's a managed network, so we don't introduce any latency at all. And we have done a deployment with Tricolor in Russia. So Tricolor is a pay TV operator. They have 13 million different subscribers, a pay TV DTH operator. And they wanted to offer video in the bars. I don't know why the Russians they chose the bars, but I don't know. But anyway, so they wanted to offer 50 different channels available on iPads for any customers that are in bars. And that's something you cannot do with the broadband access, because you don't have enough bandwidth, to deliver this in any bar across Russia. So, so what they did is that they used the capacity from Eutelsat to reach via satellite all the bars. They have deployed in each bar a Neocean box, and they have used our software to take the 50 live OTT channels, make them available as multicast, and our software also in the Neocean box to make it available via a Wi-Fi access point to 50 or more customers in that bar. So it's a very nice application, and that's really actually a way. This project is really a way for satellite operators to be confident in the fact that they can truly deliver live OTT in a scalable manner and with low latency. A very good project. And I truly believe actually that beyond this project and beyond the application of satellite being able to deliver consistent live OTT into the home or into airports or bars or places where people gather, it's also a great opportunity for delivering live OTT into planes, into trams, into trains or cruise ships. And it's not stopping there actually. We know that from on the mobile networks, 4G is like today it's a closed network. You cannot really deploy caches very close to end users. But now with 5G and the ability to virtualize every base station, there is the ability to contribute a live feed of a satellite and distribute to all base stations, so that anybody with a 5G phone can access a scalable live OTT and with low latency. So I believe that the future for satellite is bright. Here there is a bright future for them, of course, because they can reach that audience for life. And I believe it's a good sign, because whether you are a telco, a cable, or satellite, you wonder, am I offering capacity, or should I stay in that business of video? And you want to see how you can differentiate. Well, live is definitely a way here, or an application where this telco, cable, and satellite operators can differentiate. Okay, so this finishes my presentation. So if you have any question, I'd be happy to answer those. So we are located like a few blocks from here. I don't know if you can express that way, but very close, nearby. So if you want to after the question, if you want to keep on going with this discussion, I'll be happy to talk to you. So.